Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the Gunzpicks channel. I am Gunzpicks, and this is the Prop Gun. Gunzpicks free NFL prop of the night for primetime football. And we have a good one here on Sunday night. We have the Washington Commanders going up against the Tampa Bay Bucks. And before I get into the props, make sure you like and subscribe to the Gunzpicks channel. Hit the thumbs up and hit the bell so you know when all content comes on this channel. Go check out my Dub Club. Join up today for an all-access pass. College basketball is heating up. We've been absolutely cooking on college basketball, NFL, and we got the national championship coming up as well. Going to drop some plays there for the Natty. Had a great college football season, having a great NFL season. So join up today for all my content on Dub Club. Okay, I'm going to give out two prop plays today because why? Because we hit Najee Harris under his rushing yards yesterday, bringing us to a record of 28 and 17 on the video prop plays. And we're going to I'm going to give you two today because I feel generous and I like these two props a lot. So let's go to the first prop here. And I talked about it on the Extra Point show with the Shark and the Odds Fellow, and we collabed on this one, but I want to make sure I give it out properly to the people. I'm going to be on Bucky Irving and over on his rushing yards today at 87.5. Listen, I'm going to tell you why, because Washington has one of the worst rush defenses in the league. They're 28th in rush play percentage, opponent rush play percentage. They give up 4.8 rushing yards per carry, which is 28th in the league, and they give up 137 rush yards per game, which is ranked 30th in the league. And you look at Bucky Irving, he has shined and stepped out to be the premier back here on this Tampa Bay Bucks team. In full games that he's played and been the premier back, and I'm not counting the Las Vegas Raiders game where he was injured in the second quarter, he has averaged 100 rushing yards per game in his last 7 games. So this prop is accurate here, in my opinion. But when you look at his total season average, he's averaged only 66 rushing yards per game. And then you see his rushing prop here at 87.5, 88.5. I've seen 90s out there, which is well above his season average. So I expect Bucky Irving to have himself a great night versus a Washington rush defense that has just continued to struggle versus explosive running backs. So give me the over on his rushing yards at 87.5, minus 110 as my first prop play. All right, the second prop play that I'm going to be on here, I'm looking at Jalen McMillan, and I like his receiving yard prop here. And let me tell you why. He's going against a Washington team that is ranked 25th in defensive DVOA, defending the number 2 wide receiver this season. And you got to look at how Jalen McMillan has developed some trust here with Baker Mayfield. As of late, McMillan has averaged 63.2 receiving yards per game in his last 5 games. Even his targets have gone up. He was averaging 3.3 targets per game in his first 8 games. Now he's averaging 6.2 targets in his last 5 games. His receptions also went up as well. 1.6 catches per game in his first 8, 4.8 catches per game in his last 5. Then you got to look at the total average here for Jalen McMillan. 35 receiving yards per game overall this season, and now you're seeing his receiving prop hit the threshold of 53.5 and 54.5, which is 18 to 19 yards above his season average. McMillan is also taking over the role of Chris Godwin. He played in the first matchup versus the Washington Commanders, and he had a electric game, leading the team in receptions. He had 8 catches and led the team in receiving yards with 83 receiving yards. So you can say that McMillan stepping into that role. I don't think there's going to be much of a drop-off here, and I expect McMillan to have himself a day. He's been doing very well in his last 5 games. He's been virtually a premier target here for Baker Mayfield besides Mike Evans. I think he's going to have another big game here. So give me Jalen McMillan over his receiving yards, 53.5 as my second prop play. Yes, to recap, Bucky Irving over rushing yards at 87.5. Jalen McMillan over 53.5 receiving yards are the two prop plays that I'm on tonight. Let's cash these and let's have ourselves a beautiful Sunday night. Till next time, this is the Prop Gun. Let's cash some tickets. Let's dominate the board. And as always, let's keep dancing. Ba-bang!